Hello, hello, hello. Today we're going to be looking at Godot. Almost for the first time. I mean, almost for the first time as far as I'm concerned. I got to adjust the volume on this. It's a little bit loud. Okay, that will take care of that. Then adjust it here. All right. And if I run it, let me see. Is it running? Play. What does it do here? Does it bring the new window up? No, it doesn't. I want to be able to have the window running that has Godot on it. So I think I need to add one additional game. Not the desktop. What's the desktop here? Godot is there. Desktop should always be above it. I just ran this Twitch bot that connects. It does connect correctly. Capture specific window. Okay, so this is here. I want to bring Godot down one. It's a lot of little navigating. And then we want to do the transform. Reset transform for this Godot. No, that's not the right thing. This. Alright, so this is the program that's running right now. And I can type in it. If I say hello, it should be Bionic Toothpick coming up hello. And you can see it. It's small in there, but it does show up. Okay. So there it is. So I've got this little chat bot running, but how do I use it with Godot? What's the debugger say here? Errors. The parameter command info is never used in the function command test. If this is intended, prefix it with an underscore command info. Let me go and find out where actually this program is. We're going to go into... I need to have a new window, a browser window. We'll use incognito. Come down here. Now if I add a browser source, let's see. In the games. Plus, no, not a scene. Games. Add window capture. Is there I'm going to call it incognito. Incognito. And then incognitio it came up. I want it to be incognito. Okay. Okay, now we've got the incognito window that shows up, and that shows up at the very top. That's the browser. We're going to have to transform this to make it take the full size. Reset the transform. Whoa, it's big. I don't want it to take up that much band. And we're going to move it. We're going to move it right below the Godot. And I guess maybe incognito, maybe it should go above it. And I can get it a little bit. This is the browser I'm going to look at. I'm wondering, I don't know the best way to display this, but this is going to be our search engine. So this is Godot, and it's a Twitch chat thing. Let's see where we find it. Godot Twitch chat. It's gift. Gift is what I'm using right here. So let's make this a little bigger. Gift. Godot IRC for Twitch. Submitted by user Izork. This add-on provides a node that can be used to easily interact with the Twitch IRC chat. Commands are registered similar to how you connect a node. I don't even know how to connect a node with Godot. So I really should have like a to-do list. I'm going to put that on my label here. To-do list. Connect a node. I got learn, to-do list, otherwise known as stuff to learn. Connect a node. All right, we've got that. We've got that to do. That label, because it got bigger, is really hard to see now. So let me see. I might have to transform and reset the size of it. Reset the transform and just bring it down. It's hard to read. I'm going to have to change the color of it. While I'm figuring that, I'm going to put a chat guest game on. And I'll try to figure out the color of this. What would be like, maybe give it white. Maybe give it a white. Okay, that's at least readable. Okay, so connect to Twitch using a secure website, join, leave channels, request to Twitch capabilities, send chat messages, whispers, raw data, register commands with min-max amount of arguments, check for permissions to execute them in many symbols. You will need to get OAuth. I did that. I did that today. All right, so that's where we are. That's where we are. Download recent edits. I have that piece in there. I don't see send in that window though. GIF debug. It is GIF that I have. Let me pull it up right here. It's right here. This Twitch bot. Oh, it does have send. It does have send. Let me pull that up. It is. Right here. It's hard to see though. Let me zoom in on it. RDR2. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. RDR2. We're going to maximize this. So this is the piece right there that's running. All right. BT. Do you know Godot? Okay. This word is often used to describe someone who is always late or postpones activities. The answer probably rhymes with Godot. All right, so that's what happens when you try to use a crossword puzzle solver for this. All right, so that's what happens when you try to use a crossword puzzle solver for this. All right, let's go over now. Let's go over to an intro to Godot. The ultimate introduction to Godot 4, introduction to Godot, Godot docs. All right, let's maximize this. Introduction to Godot. Should we make it? I mean, is that readable for you? The article is here to help you figure out whether Godot might be a good fit for you. We will introduce some broad features of the engine you feel for what you can achieve. What is Godot? The Godot team. All right. Examples of games created with Godot. All right, let me see something. Let me go into our Godot real quick. So what we have in this right now, this is the example I have loaded. The authorization text is how I got my information to get on to the channel. What is button? Function pressed, GIF chat, line edit text, variable channel, string, GIF channel keys, handle, sender data, GIF username channel, line edit, chat container, function, put a chat, sender data, message, a string, message node, control equal pre, upload. That incognito window we've got to move that. We've got to move our incognito. It's not helpful. There, you can't see that. All right. Now, chat message. Function, set message, stamp string data, sender data, message string, badges string, void, rich text label, text stamp, plus badges, B color, data tags color, plus quotation, bracket, plus data tags, plus disq sort. Chat message screen. Function set message stamp string data, the sender data, the message, the string, the badges, the string, the void, the rich text label, the text, the stamp. All right, so this is This is not helpful yet. Default environmental treasury. I feel like you can't see the whole window of this. Let me see something. This Godot. I've got to transform and reset the transform and bring it to the size of the page. Okay. Evidently my game screen is bigger than 1920 1080. I think that's what's at issue here. All right, I can't worry about that right now though. But the old TV, just playing some YouTube videos in the background there. All right, let us continue with this process here. The example screen. So TSCN, maybe that's in 2D. Yes. So it's got, that's the example TSCN, but what is it? It's got over here like terms, a layout inherited, transform, a container sizing, a localization, a tooltip. I'm really getting ahead of myself. I think I need to take a step back. And figure out how you make something little just on the screen. This needs to be reduced in size. Maybe I can change the font of it. Let me see. Label. Select font. Right now it's size 72. Let's go to 48 and see if this, yeah, that'll be better. But why? All right, we've got to go to, my Godot here. Why is this? It's not showing the whole screen. But maybe my Godot is not the right size. All right, this is good. This is good. This time it'll get there. And then if I come in here. Okay. All this for what? All right, profiler, stack trace, errors, the parameter command info, authorization text. I don't want to load that. That'll be my keys, my secrets. Okay, if I go to script, doesn't show it there, 2D. These buttons were clickable. A chat container. Oh, there's a script attached to it. Chat container. All right, I think I need to take a step all the way back. All the way back just to the briefness add-ons. Gift. Utility gift icon plugin. Let me double click on this icon. Okay, it does show what the icon is underneath my TV set over there. You can see that. All right, we're going to go back. We're going to bring back our incognito window here. And we are going to load this up. Incognito. And let's see if we can find out. First program with Godot. First program with Godot. Creating your first script. Godot docs. Creating your first script. In this lesson, you will code your first script to make the Godot icon turn in circles using GDScript. As we mentioned in the introduction, we assume you have programming foundations. The equivalent C# code has been included in another tab for convenience. See also, to learn more about GDScript, its keywords, and its syntax, head to the GDScript reference. Please create a new project to start with a clean slate. All right, so that's what we'll do. We're going to go up. A clean project. All right, let's close this. We just closed this project. Quit the project list. This should come back. Is Godot coming? It's coming. Um, I don't see Godot on there though. Create first Godot stream. I'm calling it the first Godot stream. I almost need to create and edit. All right, let me see something. If I go, oh, I know what I want to add. My coding window. Coding window scene. That would be it. Add. Then it would have 2 cameras or something though. That's not what I would want. All right. I'll show you real quick. If I go to this Retro 2 screen, you can see this is my, on the right hand side there, that's my portrait mode monitor. So I've got to make this take a better window here. See, it's like smaller on that portrait screen. Go back to Retro. Should be here now. Godot. Why do I not see you, Godot? Match title, otherwise find window of the same type. All right. Godot. There's our Godot. All right. Our Godot is here, but it's right behind. It's right behind our browser window. So let's move the project setup over here. All right. Please create a new project, which we just did. Okay, we just created a new project. Start with a clean data. Project should contain one picture, the Godot icon. Do I see the Go? Yep, there's the icon. All right, so we have the icon. Do you see it here? Oh, that's moving the wrong thing. I need to move this incognito window. You don't see it there. We're going to turn off. We're going to turn off this piece. A bunch of little elements going to distract me. I'm going to turn off this, and I'm going to put this on, and put in this. This is our play phrase me. Are you a programmer?
Are you a programmer?
It had one. It had from the Matrix. All right, we'll leave that. Then we're going to come over to our old TV. Just bear with me 1 minute. We want to adjust the size of that old TV to take the studio mode. Old TV. That's about right there. Okay, then back off studio mode. Now let's do this. Project setup. We need to create a sprite 2D node to display it in the game in the scene dock. Click the other node button. All right, so other node button. The other node button. Click the other node button. Okay, other node button. In the scene dock, click the other node. Type Sprite 2D in the search bar to filter the nodes. I'm typing Sprite 2D. You know what? I almost need to be in my coding window. I feel like for streaming this better, like if I go into my coding window, I think that would actually work better. But I got a little bit of work for it. It's not showing the pop-ups. Like this new window. All right. So let me see something here. We've got a lot of things going on. The first thing I want to do is I'll give us a chat guess game while I'm figuring this out. Chat guess game. What I need to do, I need to make it so you can see everything that I'm seeing. And I've got 2 pieces. I've got the instructions and I've got the coding window. But I can't have the instructions in my way. So let me see what I have something in this coding window. In this coding window, I have the camera scene. Coding window overlays. Coding window overlays. Overlay chat. One more bot. Trigger fire Pokemon. Rewards. I'm trying to see what part. Desktop. Coding window overlays. Linux wallpaper. This is what I want. I want to copy this. and I want to go into retro, and I want to paste this. This is what I want. And I want to bring that down to the games. And I think that will be enough. I think that would be enough, because now that's the screen of the matrix there. That's where that is. I see this. Where are my instructions though? Creating your first. This is where my instructions are now. Okay, good. Let's make this a little bit smaller. All right, this is good. So that now I can tell what I'm doing. All right, you'll be able to tell too. All right, so let's go continue. A Sprite 2D node needs texture to display. Are you able to read that? Let me make it a little bit bigger. A Sprite 2D node needs a texture display. Type Sprite 2D in the search bar to filter nodes and double-click on Sprite D to create the node. Did I double-click on it? Okay, I double-clicked on it. Your Scene tab should now have a Sprite 2D, which you see there. I do have the Sprite 2D, so that's good. Wait a minute. I think I'm on to something here. I think I have enough screen real estate to do this, to have my instructions on one side and my other piece on the other. Let me see. It's a little bit hokey. We're going to try to make this work though. I don't know if it's going to be visible enough for you though. But this might be able to do it. So if I go into, if I load this now, this shows you what I have in front of me. I'm going to bring this down. All right, so that's my window here. All right. We'll see if we have it. A Sprite 2D node needs a texture display. In the inspector on the right, you can see that the texture property says empty. All right, let's see where that is. A Sprite 2D node needs a texture to display. In the inspector on the right, you can see the texture property says empty. Okay, right there. Texture says empty. To display the Godot icon, click and drag the file icon SVG from the file system dock onto the texture slot. Okay, so we're picking up the icon, driving it over here, and putting in empty. And now we have that guy. Inspector. You can create Sprite 2D nodes automatically by dragging and dropping images on the viewport. So if I come over here, is it going to create another thing? Yes, it did. Okay, I'm going to hit Control Z and see if it undoes. Okay, Control Z does undo. Then click and drag the icon in the viewport to the center in the game view. Well, how do you go to game view? How do you go to the game view? Output debugger audio animation shader editor. BT. Please help me know where the game view is in Godot. Please don't try to solve a problem. The answer is Godot. That's what problem when you have a bot that's trained to help you with crosswords. Click and drag the icon in the viewport to the center to center it in the game view. All right, is this my game view? We'll just say this is my game view here. I don't know if that's the case. Let me see something. If I maximize this, you can't see it at all. If I Where's the center of my game view? Like, how do you know what size the game is? Oh, maybe I can make it a little smaller percentage. There's the game view, probably. We'll see in that little grid, maybe. I don't know if that's accurate. Is that the center of the game view? View. Grid. Show and snapping. I don't know if that's the game view. All right, let's make this smaller so we can go back to our instructions, though. I hear a dog barking, barking. Okay. To create and attach a new script to our node, right-click on the Sprite 2D in the Scene dock and select Attach Script in the Scene dock. Sprite 2D. It's up here. I see it now. Right-click and Attach Script. The Attach Node Script window appears. All right, that's this window that just appeared right here. It allows you to select the script's language and file path, among other options. Change the template field from Node Default to Object. All right, we will try that in one moment. All right. We're going to do this. We're going to come over here. All right, so what we're looking at right now is these instructions here. The Attached Node Script window appears. It allows you to select the script's language and file path among the other options. Change the template field from Node Default to Object. Object. Empty. Object empty to start with a clean file. Leave the other options set to the default values and click the Create button to create the script. Script path name is valid. We'll create a new script file. Template empty. Empty template suitable for all objects. All right, we're going to hit Create. Now there's our script window that came up. All right, note, C# script names need to match their class names. In this case, you should name the file MySprite2D.cs. The script workspace should appear with your new sprite_2d.gd. And there it is, right there, on the left-hand side there. All right, we've got that showing. Every GD script file is implicitly a class. The extends keyword defines the class the script inherits or extends. All right, let's go over here. We're going to go to my music that's playing. And we want to play royalty-free music for stream. All right, let's go here now. Every GD script file is implicitly a class. The extends keyword defines the class the script inherits or extends. In this case, it's Sprite2D, meaning our script will get access to all the properties and functions of the Sprite2D node, including classes it extends, like Node2D, Canvas item, and Node. Note, in GD script, if you omit the line with the extends keyword, your class will implicitly extend ref counted, which Godot uses to manage your application's memory. Inherited properties include the ones you can see in the inspector doc, like our node's texture. By default, the inspector displays a node's properties in title case, with capitalized words separated by a space. In GD script code, these properties are in snake case, which is lowercase, with words separated by an underscore. All right, got to read that again. The inspector displays a node's properties in title case, with capitalized words separated by a space. In GD script code, they're in snake case. A wild Yana appears. Catch it using exclamation Pokecatch. Winners revealed in 90 seconds. So we'll type Pokecatch in this. Can't even speak. Like I called it Pokey Cage. I don't know why I do that. All right. Hello World. Our script currently doesn't do anything. Let's make it print the text Hello World to the output bottom panel to get started. Add the following code to your script. All right, so I'm in here. I'm going to go function underscore init parentheses colon and then print hello world exclamation quotation. Let's break it down. The function keyword defines a new function named init. This is a special name for our class's constructor. The engine calls init on every object or node upon creating it. The engine calls init on every object or node upon creating it in memory if you define this function. Note, GDScript is an indent-based language. The tab at the start of the line that says print is necessary for the code to work. If you omit it or don't indent a line correctly, the editor will highlight it in red and display the following error message: indented block expected. Save the scene as sprite underscore 2D TSCN. Well, look at that. I caught the Yanma. We'll test out my thumbs up to see if it works. I know it will. Channel emote. Thumb up. Okay. Oh, hello, Gigantic Bucket. Long time no see. I hope you're well. This adventure is just beginning. I know Newgasm said he's been working on it. Okay, save the scene as sprite 2D underscore 2D dot TSCN. Yep, I'm going to try to translate my bot into Godot. That's my goal right now. Okay, scene. Save the scene. So we're in the scene. Save scene as, and the name, oh, it's already there. Sprite underscore 2D.tscn. It already gave that name. And I'm going to hit save. If you haven't already, then press F6 Command R on the macOS to run it. Then press F6. Look at the output bottom panel that expands. It should display Hello World. All right. Play. No main scene has ever been defined. Select one. All right. I didn't use their F6 thing they wanted to do. Function 6. Hello World. It showed up behind my head. There's Hello World. Oh, and it's telling you I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060. All right. Delete the init function. We got an ad break here. I recommend Twitch Turbo if you don't have it. Okay, delete the init function so you're only left with the line extends sprite 2D. Delete the init function so you're only left. Okay. So it was just showing us a function then. It's time to make our only passingly familiar with Godot. I know you can use GDScript or C#, but not sure what the pros and cons are. Yes, I only downloaded the GDScript version. What made you want to switch engines? Oh, I thought I don't have a good reason. I would be making up a reason. I figured it had been so long since I looked at Unity. Let me play around with Godot. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't. But a good question. Okay, I'm going to keep that. As my reason. All right, it's time to make our node move and rotate. Any suggestions for the stream, like having the tutorial on the right and the coding thing on the left? Is that viewable enough, think for somebody that maybe just tuning in? It's time to make our node. I mean, that TV set's taking a big portion of the screen there. And why? What did I do? It's supposed to have this on it. All right, we fixed that. All right. Where were we? The movement speed in pixels. Oh, let me do this. Shout out, Gigantic. Can't even spell. Bucket.
There was no decision, Newgasm. I didn't even think about it.
All right, we got that working anyway. Okay, turning around. Add the following after the extend sprite 2D line. We get to type a little bit now. A variable speed, which looks like an integer, 400. And then we're going to go var angular speed. And it's saying pi. So pi looks like a keyword in there. Member variables sit near the top of the script after any extends lines, but before functions. Every node instance with the script attached to it will have its own copy of the speed and angular speed properties. Now I got to read that again. Every node instance with this script attached to it will have its own copy of the speed and angular speeds. Every node instance. So all right. I think I'll see that later, like in this view here. This is the node right there. All right, but we'll come back to it. I'm hoping that it helps me more because right now I'm starting to feel that, like little bit of like, yep, I'm all right, all right. Member variables sit near the top of the script. We went over that. Angles in Godot work in radians by default, but you have built-in functions and properties available if you prefer to calculate angles in degrees instead. If you've ever watched us do crossword puzzles, we added a bot now where you give like the number of letters and what the clue is, and then it's supposed to help you come up with the answer. But now the bot that I have on this chat is useless for almost anything else. All right. So we'll continue. To move our icon, we need to update its position and rotation every frame in the game loop. We can use the underscore process, open and close parenthesis, virtual function of the node class. The node class is a sprite 2D. I remember that. So that must have this portion in it. If you define it in any class that extends the node class, like Sprite2D, Godot will call the function every frame and pass it an argument named delta, the time elapsed since the last frame. Note, games work by rendering many images per second, each called a frame, and they do so in a loop. We measure the rate at which a game produces images in frames per second. Most games aim for 60 frames per second, although you might find figures like 30 frames per second on slower mobile devices or 90 to 240 for virtual reality games. The engine and game developers do their best to update the game world and render images at a constant time interval, but there are always small variations in frame render times. That's why the engine provides us with this delta time value, making our motion independent of our frame rate. At the bottom of the script, define the function. All right, so we're going to go here now. Function underscore process delta colon rotation plus equals angular speed times delta. All right, we don't have a lot of room for you to see where I'm typing there. Okay, and I spelt rotation wrong. Rotation plus, let me make that a little bit bigger. The challenge I have is I've got multiple windows and I want the user to be able to see as much as possible. Okay, in the programming there. The function keyword defines the new function. That we know. Okay, that we know. After it, we have to write the function's name and arguments it takes in parentheses. A colon ends the definition, and the indented blocks that follow are the function's content or instructions. Notice how underscore process, like underscore init with the parentheses, starts with a leading underscore. By convention, Godot's virtual functions, that is to say, built-in functions you can override to communicate with the engine, start with an underscore. The line inside the function, rotation plus or equal angular speed times delta, increments our sprite's rotation every frame. Here, rotation is a property inherited from the class node2d, which sprite2d extends. It controls the rotation of our node and works with radians. In the code editor, you can control-click on any built-in property or function like position, rotation, or process to open the corresponding documentation in new tab. All right, we're going to have to look at that. We're going to have to look at that piece. I want to see this. I want to find out what that meant. In the code editor, you can control-click on any built-in property function like position. So I'm hitting control now and process, and it brought it right to the tutorial here. In the code editor, you can control-click on any built-in property or function. Okay, good. Good. Hopefully this song, I got to see something. I know what I want to find, but I'm not there. Yes. All right, let's turn that music off for a minute, okay? All right. So we went in the instructions here. Right? I just did this in the code editor. You can control click, but how do I get the instructions out? Like I don't want to. That made the instructions take the full. Do I guess maybe escape? No. Node. Maybe I go back to the script. No, I want to know how to back out of this. Like I did the control click, and it. Oh, okay. The node, and it says dock there. Okay, and I can close. All right, good, good. All right, let's go back to our instructions. Run the scene to see the Godot icon turn in place. All right, we're going to run the scene. To run the scene, I hit F6, function 6. Okay, it's turning in place. Boy, I don't know if you can hear them, but the dogs right now are like brutal. They're barking and they sound loud. Very loud. All right. It's a very smooth rotation. Okay. We will stop it though. Now let's go back to the instructions and see what we have here. Note, in C#, notice how the delta argument taken by underscore process is a double. So what I want, this has tabs where you can go back between the two codes, gigantic bucket. See, I'm using GDScript because I download the version that doesn't have C#. But in some ways, I could have downloaded the C# version because that's what I was using with Unity. But then we are where we are right now. Moving forward, let's now make the node move. Add the following two lines inside the underscore process function, ensuring the new lines are indented the same way as the rotation plus equal angular speed times delta line before them. Okay, I don't have that pinned, so I'm going to have to move that above my screen right now. And remember, if you're wondering how my layout is, I have a vertical screen here. So if I go to Retro 2, you'll see that on my right. That right image is my portrait monitor. Okay, so that's why I had to move that above. All right, let's add this script. Rotation plus or equal. Oh, and it's supposed to be tabbed, ensuring the new lines are indented the same way. So we've got to do var. It's interesting because I thought all the variables went at the top. Vector 2 up, rotated, rotation, and then it's times, and I'm going to have to go up to my window here because I can't see it. Times rotated, rotation times the speed, and then its position plus equal velocity times delta. All right, let's go up and look at this now. We define a local variable named velocity, a 2D vector representing both a direction and a speed. To make the node move forward, we start from the vector2 class's constant vector2 up, a vector pointing up, and rotate it by calling the vector2 method rotated. This expression, vector2 up rotated rotation, is a vector pointing forward relative to our icon multiplied by our speed property. It gives us a velocity we can use to move the node forward. We add velocity times delta to the node's position to move it. The position itself is of type vector2, a built-in type of Godot representing a 2D vector. Run the scene to see the Godot head run in circles. All right, so we're going to hit function 6 now. Function 6. Okay, and there it is. It's running in slow circles. All right, if I maximize it and I go to my coding window, this will give you an idea of what I'm talking about my screen. Wrong one, sorry. Right here. Where's that TV set? I've got the TV set showing. Old TV, there it is. Yep, so you see how that is at the top of the screen? And I'm going to make the window minimize there. Now you can see the section where I'm coding. All right, let's go back. And let's look at our instructions, because we do have some more done. Note, moving a node like that does not take into account colliding with walls or the floor. In your first 2D game, you will learn another approach to moving objects while detecting collisions. Our node currently moves by itself. In the next part, listening to player input, we'll use player input to control it. Complete the script. All right. Not complete script. I said complete the script, like I read what I wanted to hear and not what was there. All right, let's do a chat guess game. While we're waiting here, let's see if we can. This game has a critics rating of 60%. Somebody's like laying down on bricks on the side. Number 6, I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe you do, but I do not. They look like Target from Target. Really, that circle with literally looks like the store Target. All right, next up in this, let's see what we have here. Position plus equal velocity times delta. We'll go back to our instructions real quick. It worked, but my animation was choppy at times. Disabling VSync worked for me. Hi, for all the Hello World part in C#, it didn't work for me until I called GD print in a ready method. So there are people that had issues with it. This one worked for me fine. And what we're going to do now. Chat guess games. Lynch Makes Games is the person that programmed that. He's a programmer on, on Twitch. My dogs are, I don't know if you can hear them, but they're barking so much right now. All right. I'm trying to see where we go to the next lesson. We finished this lesson. This page is up to date for 4.3. Creating your first script, step by step, home. Let's go back. We'll see looking for the second lesson. All right, let me do something here. Somehow. Godot introduction, list of features, complying with licenses, Godot release policy, getting started. Your first 2 step by step. Nodes and scenes. Nodes and scenes. An overview. Yeah. I probably should have read this thing. Let me put it on autoplay real quick. While I'm just getting situated, I will put it on autoplay. And that will give me time to figure out where I am. All right, what the first thing I need to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to close this project, quit to the project list, and wait a minute. Why did that come up like that? Okay, here it is. So we're going to go back to the Twitch bot. We're going to open this. Goes to full screen when I do that. I don't want it to go to full screen. All right. So here is the Twitch bot. This is the file structure over here. And if I hit play, this is working. Tell me a joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Oh, how do I not get Diablo? So this works. Yeah, I wanted to name that name that tune, but with video games. All right, so you see this chat window that I have going? This was the first thing I did in Godot. Was really like I didn't do it really. I just downloaded a pre-made package called Gift. And what I want to learn to do is figure out how I can have like a user that's in chat coming out. So I've got to go to this 2D probably here, but make a new, instead of having the window, like this is the send window of the program that's running. I understand that. Like, yeah, I don't have it running right now, but if I hit play here, you can see this thing I'm moving around is the program that connects to Twitch. It's the Twitch chat. All right, I'm closing it though. I don't want it open right now. But this right here, I bet you if I make this smaller, let me see. If I make that smaller and I run it, let's see what it does now. Yep. So my game window now is here, right? But the window there is small. All right. So what I could really do is I could make it like this and have the little chat window show up, and then over here would give me the spot where I could put something. So this icon SGV, if I bring them there, see there's the icon, right? That's the icon. How can I get it, this icon that I have on the screen? I got to turn off the automatic chat game because now it will distract from. All right, so here's the icon we have. How can I have it get information? Command and Conquers were a lot of fun. I want this icon to get information from the chat. So if I right click on this, add a node here. No, I don't want to do that. There's my chat, scroll container, chat message container. I'm looking up at the top left here. My example. There's the gift. There's a chat container. Let's see what the chat container script looks like. Function, put chat. The sender data, message, and is a string format. Instantiate, chat message. All right. We're going to have to go look up something. We're going to have to look up something. Okay. How do I instantiate an object in Godot? Load the scene from your local drive. Create an instance of the loaded packed resource called pack scene instantiate. This process will return a tree of nodes that can be used as a child of your current node. You can use this process to quickly instantiate several enemies or bullets. Use object new in GD script. You can use this to create new instances. You can also delete an object instance by calling free. This is necessary for most classes that inherit the object. All right. Let me see something. In my 2D window, I have the chat window here and I have this element here, the icon. If I right click on it, this is where I can attach a script. And what type of script does it? It inherits Sprite 2D. Object empty path icon. It's going to create a new script file. Language GD script, Sprite 2D, built-in script, path. Okay. So that now we have, if I've got this right now, we've got this object here on my screen. That's part of the chat scene that comes out, and it doesn't have anything. So how can I have it connect to another object? Because there are these chat messages, and the chat messages, like how do I get the information from them? I'm going to go into, let's get this out of the way. What is this gift right here? Utility. Command data. Extends ref counted. Class name command data. Variable function reference callable. Permission level. Variable maximum arguments, minimum arguments, callable. Command info. Whisper. These are built-in commands of, I guess, of Twitch. So this is beyond me right there. That part I don't understand. Plugin. Go.irc, go.website information, iswork. That's the person that wrote this. Export scopes. If true, caches the emotes badges to disk so that they don't have to be re-downloaded on every request. This, however, means that they might not be updated if they change until you clear the cache. Strings, yeah, that's fine. Twitch disconnect connected clients if too many chat messages are being sent. All right, let's try to look at this from a different way, from a different angle. Let me type in this movie. What are you doing? What are you doing? And we've got to bring our old TV back. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Pick that up, we're gonna go.
What are you doing, Ella?
Hello, Kelly.
What are you doing here?
That looked like from the movie like Scary or something. Some kind of scary movie. Not sure which one, but it definitely looked like Scary. All right. Got a lot going on, but it's not what I want. Not what I want. All right. I want to know how. We've got our script that we just created. Was this not button? It's called icon. The icon. All right. I want to pull out information. All right, let's do something. Let me load up my chat bot. Chat.openai. Not in here. This is the wrong place. Not in that window. Too many windows open. This window. Chat.openai. And we'll let you do it without logging in. Okay. Message chat. How can gscript, go.script pull information from another object? In Godot, pulling information from another object typically involves accessing properties or methods of that object. Here's a basic guide on how to achieve this using GD script. If you have a direct reference to another node, you can access its properties or methods directly. Here's a simple example. Reference to the other node. Variable. Oh, the other node. Function ready. Other node equals other node. If you don't have a direct reference, you can use a path to find the node. All right, this may not be what I want. But if we go into this gift, this add command test, permission flag non-regular, add command hello world. These two commands can be executed by everyone. All right, let me see something. I'm going to run this and I'm going to type in hello world just to get an understanding of, oh, I made that smaller now. Hello world. That did not do anything. Add command hello world. Maybe you need to type in hello world. Maybe exclamation point to tell it's a command. Yes. Yep. Okay. So inside this script, these two commands can be executed by everyone. Greet me. All right. So now if I type in exclamation greet me, greetings bionic toothpick. Okay. This command can only be executed by the streamer only. Add command streamer only. Streamer only 00 permission flag streamer. Command that requires exactly one argument. Let me see. I see now that this example is showing some of the stuff this can do. So if I type in here, streamer only, 0,0, permission flag. Loki Trickster, TMI Twitch part, Bionic Toothpick. Yes. Oh, great. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right with you. 1 second. I'm going to go to intermission. Then you can talk to me. Intermission real quick. Right, let's get back to the stream. We are working on Godot beginner. I'm looking at this script here, what this can do. Function on an event, void match channel follow, print follows your channel, function on chat, sender data. This is like all kinds of little information that this little bot does as the example. But I want the example to move. So let me go to this. In our 2D, I have this object here. All right. What I want it to do is move. I want this to move based on something the chat does. All right. That's what I want to have happen. All right. So it's going to take me a minute to figure that out. What's interesting is in the chat window right now, like in this, like I'll show you, this is the live Twitch channel. I just moved it. But when I move, yeah, if I move it, this screen will take preference over it. Like that's what's happening there. But you can see, like when I move it, you can't because if I put it there, maybe you can. No, it's because that other screen is too low. All right, this screen doesn't, you can't see it. Right there you can maybe. Yeah, you can a little bit blue. All right. All right. I'm talking to myself now. Let's find out what we can do to move this. This object name is called Sprite 2D. It's called icon and it's got a script. How can I move icon? I want to move. It seems easy. I think once I go to the game, I'll know how this script can interact with that script. So let's go and go to our tutorial or something. Let's bring this down here. All right. Godot move an object. How do I make something move? I want this to move an object. Function process delta move y function physics. Yeah, the sample that we just looked at did that. How to make an object move to another object. This is my current code. Player equals get parent, get parent, get parent, get node player. Oh, wait a second. So this might, let's go to this script. In this chat, not the chat message, in the example script, we want to go to our scripts. So script, the GIF script, GIF node. Let me see what this GIF node does. Extends node, class name is GIF. The underlying WebSocket connected to Twitch. These are based on the signals it gets. I don't want to change any of those. That's the authenticating. That's not what I want. What is this sender data? Variables, user, channel, and the tags. Plugin. Extends the Sprite 2D. I want to know where the command goes. Like if I say the command is what's the thing for what's a comment in Godot? They didn't show us that. Let's find that. What is a comment code in Godot? Like when you're how do I make a Godot comment is a program readable number? Okay, so you use the number sign. Okay, number. So let me write down what I want this to do. This needs to get information from the chat. That's what I want it to do. I want this to get information from the chat. Let's make the. Can I make that font? It's the biggest the font will go. Something's seems like it's locked up. Let me see something. Oh, look, it let me get bigger. I just wasn't patient enough. It was growing too big. It's okay. That'll work. So what I need to do, I want to be able to have this icon. I'm going to go to where the icon is. I want this icon right here to move based on something in the chat. Now I've got two scripts here. If I go to my scripts, this script here is the icon script, and then the other main script is this. And I know it's working because you see how it says like add command, greet one. These are commands. And if I say test, let me go into my chat window. There's a lot going on for me. Overwhelming. Okay, right here. In here, if I type in test, did anything come up? No. What if I type greet me? That works. So what? Maybe test wasn't supposed to do anything. Add command test, permission flag, channel flow, subscribe event. What I'm looking, all right, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to take a minute here and just come right back to this. All right. What I want to do, here's my game window from gift. And I want gift to be able to move. I want to be able to move that object right here, the one I'm clicking on that doesn't move. I want to be able to move that in chat. So when I say greet me, I've got to find out where that command is. Because, let's see, I'm going to, oh, here they are. They're all functions. Check the command info class for the available info on the command line. So, function hello world, function streamer only, streamer command exit, function no permission, command info. All right, so these are the functions, and they're all at the end of this gift node. All right, so we want to move this other object. All right. So I want a function. Let's try to figure this out. We're going to go into our script. We're going to go into our icon script. I'm going to just think out loud a little bit more. I want a function that can be called when a command is provided in chat. In chat that will influence this object. Okay, I want a function that can be called when a command is provided in chat that will, and let's, I don't want to do, how do I make them come back? Okay, now multiple lines of, if I put a quotation mark and then an end quotation, does that end? Okay, is that going to all be, is that the way I put the comments with quotations like that? I think so. Right, if you know how to do this, great. If you don't, that's okay too. We're going to figure it out. The next step I need to do is I'm going to go to the gift. These adds these commands. Function ready. Command no permission connect, chat message connect, event connect, on chat, extends gift. What is this gift node? I think there's a mosquito down here. This is a lot of files here. I mean, a lot of, not files, but a lot of code. A wild Iggly buff appears. Catch it using exclamation pokey catch. Winners revealed in 90 seconds. That's fine. Good luck with that. All right. Just happened to my old TV. We're jumping to the old TV for a second. Old TV. How did that? Why are my videos getting moved sometimes? Not that one. TV frame, shout out, rewards. This should be like right in the center there. Okay. Not sure why that happens. All right, what we have here, I could try to catch it. Exclamation pokey catch. You got to spell it right too. All right. Send join number channel, the front function join channel. I don't want to do all of that. In the command, the gift node, gift extends gift. Extends gift. Oh, what's the hierarchy look like? The hierarchy is example, then everything is here. Gift. The Igglybuff escaped. No one caught it. That's okay. It's okay. So we've got ball environment, example. We don't want to double click on that one. Button GD, chat message. Function, set message, stamp string data. Don't know. I don't know, but I want to go back to studio mode for a second and go into my old TV and find out why this is Gorf. I want Gorf to be seen. All right. And let's take off the media clips. No media clips, media clips. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that to get moved. Like every video seems to be different. Like I need to it doesn't maximize to the right size or something. Not sure why that is. All right, so what we have now, function extends chat message. I don't want that there. Why are these red dots there? Maybe it's like a debug. All right. Chat container, button, function pressed, gift chat. Oh, wait a minute. Extends the button, function pressed, gift chat, line edit text, var channel, gift handling, center data, new gift username, line edit text, chat container, chat message, chat container. Extends the virtual box. Let's look at the 2D. This right here is our icon. Node process, node 2D transform visibility. It's on. Visibility off. There. Visibility off. Set visible on, set visible off. So our chat should be able to do something like that. Just to set visibility of something. To set visibility, a command, function. The var message for I in argument right size -1 message list. Function list, function greet me, function greet, function no permit, function hello world. Check the command info class for the available info of the command. What does this say right here? Of the command info. Function on chat, sender message. All right, this is nice and clean. But I'm not seeing how to do the next part. Let's go over why we're on this. Let's see something else. This is my OBS window, right? And in here, if I go into my coding window, I want to change this to coding window. You can see right where I'm working here. And in the old TV, now you can still hear me. I'm looking at the old TV. I've got this VLC video source, and you see how it it adjusts. I'd like it to fill something. You've got these transform, and you've got a transform where you could edit the transform, copy, paste, rotate, flip, fit the screen. I thought there was a way when you edit transform, fit the screen, stretch the scene, center the screen, center vertically, center horizontally. VLC video source. Boom, boom. Right click. Scale filtering, disable. Blending mode. Order, transform, edit transform. How come I can't make this be a perfect size for this window? Like I want to give the sections where I want it. It's just like it's hard to get it in the right position. So I kind of wanted it to, fill. Because the next video is going to look different. That's another part that's a problem. You see what I mean? Like the next one here is a different size. And what's the next one? The next one, different size. And let me see. Properties. Resize output scale. Is it locked? No. Set color. Order. Transform. Edit transform. Nothing comes up when I do that. Crazy. I'm just going to have to ignore it for now. Just going to have to ignore it, I think. It's the shout out works fine. That's in the right size. The shout out it is good. Rewards is good. RetroArch is good. But the VLC video source properties. Stop when not visible, restart. See this? I just want it centered, I think. VLC source, transform, center to screen. But see, I don't really want it centered to screen. I want it a little left. If I go a little left, then they're all going to be left. All right, coding window it is, right?